I am holding 7 different varieties of mango. Each of these varieties has its unique attributes that make it special, a superpower. And like all superheroes, each of these varieties has a fascinating origin story. Behind me here is a Valencia Pride variety tree. Now this is the first year I'm selling Valencia Pride. I've never had a crop big enough. It's also the first year I'm selling these Naomis. And if you know your mango lore, you will know that both the Valencia Pride and the Naomi are descendants. They are children of the Hayden. The Valencia Pride was grown from a Hayden seed. The Naomi variety was grown from the seed of a Palmer. Now, unlike the Valencia, who we know came from a Hayden seed, we don't know the Valencia's baby daddy. But the Naomi, we do. We know that the Naomi came from a Palmer seed, which means the mother is the Palmer. And through genetic testing, scientists are relatively certain that it was pollinated by a Hayden. So Hayden is the baby daddy of the Naomi, Palmer is the baby mama, and Hayden is the baby mama of the Valencia. The reason I could tell you the lineage of those mangoes is because they were created by people, and people kept records. And they said, well, geez, if this mango's a good tasting mango, maybe I could take a seed from it and maybe hand pollinate from another mango and germinate it into something that tastes good. Now that's very hard to do. It takes 10 to 12 to 15 years before you even get fruit, if you get fruit at all. And some of the seeds might give you really good ones and some of them might give you yucky ones. But lucky for us, there are people who have dedicated their lives to this pursuit. One such person credited with creating a lot of different mango varieties is named Gary Zill. And I'm holding in my hand right here a Zill variety mango, Z-I-L-L. Now this tree here, this is called a Gary. This too is a variety of mango named after Gary Zill. In this case, his first name.
The backstory on this one, if
Let's
I remember correctly, I remember him and his father jumping out of a truck to deliver some trees for me and my dad back in the late 90s.
Uh-huh.
Okay, and I told his dad, Lawrence
Zill. Okay.
Gary's father, that how much I loved Cary mango.
Yeah.
Oh, you know, Cary's my mom's favorite. I love that mango. He did such a great thing by, you know, bringing that mango out to the public. I'm really thankful. Thank you for making the Cary mango. So as I was expressing my gratitude to him, he goes, hey, you know something you got to try? You know something you got to try? The Gary mango. That's a good mango. If you like Cary, you're going to love Gary.
Yeah.
So I was like,
I agree
bring
with
it
that.
on.
That
Bring
like
it on.
citrusy tartness that
It's
that
like
has.
tangerine
Yes,
orange with mango.
Yes.
And here it is. And it's not a beautiful mango. It's an ugly mango. But you can't judge a book by its cover, can you?
Not these, for sure. That's for sure. Which is unfortunate, because that's what the supermarkets do. That's what Walmart does.
Well, you know,
They judge
human beings usually buy with their eyes.
Yep, you're exactly right. So I got to sample one of these yesterday when I came by to buy some trees off of Julian, and I actually told my wife about it. I said we got to grow one of these trees. It's delicious.
Yep.
Oh yeah, that is so good. It is. It's like a Cary, but in my opinion, a little bit better. And it's got this powderiness to it. It's hard to explain.
Yeah, you got to get behind the skin. That stuff behind the skin tastes like powdery tangerine.
Yes,
orange.
there's a You know what it is? It's like remember in baseball cards they had that stick of gum that had like a flour, like a powder around it.
Yeah.
What that same powdery feeling you get in your mouth when you bite into one of these.
That powder dissolves.
It
in
is
your mouth.
So delicious.
Yeah, it reminds me of Tang.
Mm-hmm. They sent that to the moon, you know.
I remember those commercials as a kid. Now Gary is a seedling of a mango called Pettigrew.
Oh really?
Yeah, Pettigrew tastes a lot like this. Has that orangey flavor.
So the Gary just happens to resemble the Cary. It's not a descendant of the Cary per se.
It's probably a hybrid between the Pettigrew and the Cary.
So it was fertilized by a Cary.
Right. Because
Okay.
this was a seedling that sprung up by itself, if I understood correctly, in their property. Because a lot of people like us eat mangoes, and then when they finish, they throw the seed on the ground.
Sir.
And then out comes a tree. And this one hung out long enough for it to fruit.
Yeah.
And the family over there at Zill's tried it. And if all three I think it was Gary and his brother Walter and his father.
Yeah.
If all three of them like it, it gets propagated.
Like America's Got Talent, they vote on it.
Yeah. If it gets 3 X's, it goes down. It gets cut up and thrown away.
Yeah.
But if all three like it, they name it.
I mean, I have not had a Zill variety that hasn't blown my mind.
Yeah.
Really.
Yeah. He's the guru. He's the mango guru.
Yeah. Zill also came up with the coconut cream variety. It's known as one of the best varieties he ever created. People go nuts for this variety mango. In addition, and more recently, he's come out with the 015. It's not even named yet. This is like the sort of like, I guess like the number they assigned in the process. I don't know, maybe it's like row O, column 15 of the seedlings they were monitoring or something like this. But here's another Zill mango, the 015. It hasn't been named yet, but people love it so much, some people like us are already starting to grow them. And then we have this one here called the lemon meringue. And who do you think created this one? It wasn't Gary Zill, but Gary's the guy that named it lemon meringue. You see, this is called PPK. And one of them P's, this was imported from Asia. This is like the Poo Piai something. I never met Gary, but I like him by reputation. He seems to have a flair for marketing, and Gary's smart enough to know that if you want to sell a mango variety, or any type of food for that matter, you probably don't want the word poo in it. But right here behind me, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different mangoes that we wouldn't know about, we wouldn't even have if it wasn't for Gary Zill. In addition to passionate, enthusiastic experts like the Zills, we also have universities and academic institutions creating new varieties. This Raposa variety, for example, was very meticulously and carefully cultivated in an academic setting at the Department of Horticulture at the University of Hawaii. It was then named after Herbert Raposa. We've also lucked into some varieties. We just found them growing as seedlings in people's backyards. Like this Kit variety that grew from seedling in the 1930s on the property of Mrs. Kit, right here in Homestead, Florida. Even you can create your own variety of mango. Just go out into your backyard, plant the seed from a monoembryonic mango variety, and wait 10 years and see what you get. If all this planting and cultivating and waiting for decades seems a bit overwhelming to you, and you would rather just jump right to eating the fruit, you can buy your fruit directly from the farm at guacfarm.com. guacfarm.com. We have mangoes during mango season. We sell our avocados from July through February. We have these shirts, we have these hats, and sometimes we have specialty fruits like Monstera deliciosa, Sapodilla, and Mamey. Yesterday I was out here planting seedlings and I got rained out, so I gotta get back to that. While I go and plant my seedlings, you go to guacfarm.com, and I will see you on the next video.